Welcome back to Leeds Lately. Before we get into this one, make sure you go ahead and hit that big red button down below. Excuse the bit of crazy hair, but I've just been for another run trying to prepare for this charity match, and obviously had a shower and now it's dried crazy. But this charity match on the 20th of July, make sure you keep an eye out for tickets, donation links, everything like that. They'll be on Joe Blackburn's socials, so make sure you go and make sure you go and subscribe to Joe first, and then make sure you go and check him out on X/Twitter as well, because there will be more information in the coming days about all of this. So yeah, look, I'm starting running now. I'm starting the prep. I started running a few weeks ago, but we're trying to get fit for this game so that we can make it as entertaining as possible for you guys and hopefully raise as much money as possible for charity. So that'll be great. The video then, it's just going to be a bit of a news update, this one. We've done a few tactical videos, we've done a few transfer videos and stuff in the last couple of days, and we are uploading consistently every day at the moment, so make sure you hit that big like button, and if you're new here, do hit that big red button down below as well. But let's have a little bit of a news update then. Well, first of all, Rasmus Kristensen. Now, I know a few of you will know about this already. Throughout the past couple of days, this story's been broken and everybody else has had their news about it on their channels. But I just want to give my personal opinion on it, which is what will make it different from what you've watched. So, Rasmus Kristensen then. The player that we all thought was going to be the Leeds Viking, somebody who we could really get behind, who would be like roaring into challenges, would be amazing in every way, and it just never worked out. He didn't have the technical ability. I do think that there's a certain amount of stock in that you could put in the fact that he was playing under Jesse Marsch and was signed by Jesse Marsch in a system which fullbacks were going to be absolutely destroyed by the system. So hence Firpo was really poor in that system. Hence Rasmus Kristensen was really poor in that system. He's had a couple of loan spells and he's gone out to back to Germany, and a couple of times he's been okay and been good enough for someone like Frankfurt to want to sign him. And now Frankfurt consistently around the top of the table in the Bundesliga over the last few years on average, playing in the Europa League and even the Champions League at some points. So Frankfurt are a decent side and they want him. Issue is that we wanted £11 million for him because I think we wanted more than what we paid for him. In the end, I think Frankfurt are only willing to pay about £6.6 million, and I think at this point Leeds are going to accept it, because the longer this goes on, the more his contract goes down, the more the diminishing returns increase. So Rasmus Kristensen out for £6.6 million. It's just one of those transfers where you've got to chalk it off as a bad decision for all parties. It never worked out. Look, if Rasmus Kristensen had stayed with Leeds and gone down to the Championship, you may well have seen some sort of junior Firpo renaissance in him, but we will never know. I know people will say, no, I don't think so. We'll never know. We will never know about Rasmus Kristensen in that sense. And yeah, he'll be gone and we'll get a little bit of money back for him, which will be good, and that's all that we can say about that. The next one is Jack Harrison. Now, Jack Harrison, apparently, there's interest in him making his permanent move to Everton for around £11 million. At least I think that's the rumour that... wrong end of the stick there. It's MLS. Someone in the MLS wants Jack Harrison, and his return to the MLS, of course, he used to play for New York City FC, would see him leave the English leagues altogether. And look, when we talk about Jack Harrison, as part of that Bielsa side, he's almost like the forgotten man. I understand he wanted to stay in the Premier League, I do, because at one point, I think he had 15 goals and 15 assists, which was the most out of any English midfielder, and still didn't get called up for England, which was crazy at the time. But Jack Harrison is someone who was part of that Bielsa squad and was a big part of it, and the way that he had that silky first touch, the crosses he put in the box. But we've all kind of completely fallen out of love with him. What his mum said when he was at Everton, so you doesn't want to go back there, etc., etc. Look, there's a little bit of love lost between Leeds fans and Jack Harrison now, and to be honest, most of the time I forget that he's still on the books of Leeds United, because he's been on loan at Everton for 2 years, and it would just be the relationship's gone. The relationship is broken. If we went back up to the Premier League, you're not going to be wanting Jack Harrison playing on that left-hand side, are you? That's just not something that's going to happen. So him going out to the MLS, again, gives us more money. And it's not like we need this money from Rasmus Kristensen and Jack Harrison. It's more that when we get it, it will help us balance the books in terms of spending when we go up to the Premier League, because it's essentially two players that we aren't using that we'll be able to get some money back from against our profit and sustainability rules. The other one is actually Verba as well. Now, Verba and Farke don't seem to be seeing eye to eye too much, and they don't seem to be having a relationship where Verba, I know he's had injuries this season, but it doesn't seem to be a relationship where he's going to get any consistent game time for Leeds, even in the Championship, who he's a very good player and could do well for somebody else. I just don't see that at Leeds. So apparently he could be on his way out as well. But the more money that we can recoup from these players who, let's be honest, selling them and getting rid of them does no damage to our starting squad at all, or even our full squad really at all. And it gets you money back in the bank. Between all three of those, you're probably looking at 20 to 22, 23 million pounds, which you can knock off your profit and sustainability because you've sold them and you've made a profit. So look, I think it's very good that we've got these that we've got these players that we can get rid of and sell and get that money back in. So it's not the end of the world. Apparently, where I was getting the wrong end of the stick before was that it's Everton that wants Solomon. So even if Leeds go up, Leeds may face competition if they do want to make his transfer permanent, his loan transfer permanent. They may face competition from Everton, who are already in the league and of course haven't been relegated since the start of the Premier League in 1993-94 after Leeds won the first division. So there's an argument that we may not get him, but that might allow us to spend the money somewhere else on a player who could be a lot better than him. Given the fact that we might have large investment when you get into the Premier League, it might be a blessing in disguise. So that one remains to be seen. In terms of everything else at the moment, of course, there'll be a live stream on Sunday, so make sure you come and join me for that. And as well, just a reminder, keep your eye out for that charity match stuff, because now it's been announced that there'll be plenty more to follow. I think that's it for the moment for the Leeds United. We've got some transfers as well, which you may get a transfer video tomorrow. Now, I know some people are getting a little bit annoyed about transfer videos and saying, "Oh, well, you're jinxing it." I have addressed this before, but look, this video here, it might do okay. The previous videos, when I've talked about tactics and other things like that, they're really not getting much viewership. If I make a video about a transfer, everybody wants to watch that. So you can understand why I'd be inclined to make a transfer video. And also, they want some of the videos that I enjoy doing the most because they're interesting and it's like, oh, this is a potential sign. You could see him playing for Leeds. And yeah, there's a little bit more excitement around that, I won't lie. So there will be more transfer videos. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. But I know that most people do. So we've got no trouble with that. Thanks for watching Leeds Lately. It's been a weird conversational one. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But yeah, like a bit of just a chat, this one. But sometimes we do those. Thanks for watching Leeds Lately, and I'll see you in the next one.